What the hell? God damn you, YouTube. Why? Why are you like this? You can be like, no, 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 I'm not letting you have music. Get shit on. Everything was going so well. It was going so well for exactly 30 seconds, and I assumed, quite stupidly, that that would be enough of my life. Hey, Phoenix. Did you know that I'm actually an art streamer? Yeah, me neither. It's almost like I haven't done any art in like a fucking month because I've been so stressed out. But I am feeling emotionally somewhat better today, so let's fucking go. Hey, Mouse. There's a commission for a very, very patient set of folks. And I'd be like, well, what is it? It is the mobs. They are fishing in the sky. Fishing? Sky. Hello, Pepper Bag. Is yeah, it do. There will be heads on it eventually. Actually, I could show you the character in another context. So that's. Hey Jeremy, how you doing? So there will be the eyeballs in short order. No, what is it? It's not that. The is it this one? Nope. I love the fact that I name all of my things so well, and I still can't figure it out. Oh, there it is. Okay. It's funny, the sketches always take so long, and then when we finally get around to like line work and stuff, it's just like bombastic super fast. Which is actually really satisfying, because I'm like, every time I like get onto one of these things where I'm just sketching forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, trying to get everything really, really nice, and then all of a sudden Just ba 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 ba. And it's like, oh, okay, okay. I am actually not as slow as I thought I was in terms of art. And it feels satisfying. Okay, so what? That is a blank layer. Layer I was working on. Oh, thank you, Jeremy. How am I doing? Better than yesterday, and that's as good as it gets, really. I mean, yeah, I'm sitting and fishing is absolutely living the dream. Hell yeah. The Bobs occasionally think I'm making fun of them for enjoying a good fishing, but I can't go outside. So it's actually like I am deeply jealous of anybody who can go out and go fishing, because I can't anymore. And you're like, oh, you could go outside. Then I understand how fast I burned to a crisp. Some medications. So here, fun fact about some medications actually make you more susceptible to sunburns. And I burn so fast that literally walking outside at like anywhere between like 10 to 2 or 3 in the afternoon, because of the angle of the sun, I can burn in less than 5 minutes on any exposed skin. Yay! So, like, people are like, oh yeah, you can go fishing. Like, no, I fucking couldn't. Ah! I mean, I'm not doing a very good job of convincing you, am I? I mean, the first time that happened to me, like the first time I went out, and I knew, like, I had just like walked from the car to into a building and then back again. It was probably like a 5-minute walk each way, and I had the worst sunburn all across my face. And I'm going, how? I was outside for like minutes. It wasn't noon, but like minutes. So like when I talked to my doctor about it, I'm like, this is really weird. And they're like, oh yeah, no, it's an uncommon side effect of one of the medications you're taking. It happens to everybody. I'm just like, okay, so I just wear SPF blah blah blah. And she's like, oh yeah, highly recommended. I'm like, oh my god. But I found that even with like SPF like 100, I still burn really quickly. And any place where I haven't put it like thick enough, congratulations, I end up with like little Cause you know, like, you're wiping on your face, like, if you like touch your face before it's fully dry, you end up with a little fingerprint. I've had a fingerprint sunburn. So annoying. Totally agreed. Totally agreed. It gets 0-star review. See, the thing is, that could mean so many different things, Mr. Agu, and that actually is intensely amusing. I'm like, so your skin flakes off and makes little crumbs everywhere, and that is the most amusing idea? I don't know why. Like, oh yeah, I just like rub my face. I just rub my skin and just the crumbs fall off. It's so upsetting. I want to draw it. I'm sure that breaks the TOS on some level. That gingerbread man skin routine, hell yes. God, my gumdrop buttons. Oh, B. I like this. Oh, I'm liking this. Hell yes. Next layer. Scraping the burnt bits into the sink with a butter knife. Oh, yeah. So upsetting. I love it. Let's do a yellow. It's so funny because this is just a sketch. It's just a sketch, and I want to like be like, nah, do it faster. Go faster, you can do this faster. But I'm like, no, I need to make sure all the angles are right. Or this will annoy me and I won't be able to finish it. What the hell is animating on the bottom of my screen here? Oh. Windows 10 support has ended. Please don't ignore this again. Remind me later. Please go to Windows 11. My computer can't handle it. It would be, you know the funniest thing? Here's the funniest thing. So I have an i5 generation processor. They literally can't run Windows 10. Like, it can't run Windows 10. It can't, and it won't, and it never will. You'd think that Windows, in their infinite fucking wisdom, wouldn't encourage someone to try and install something that literally won't run on their processor. But I guess having someone effectively brick their hard drive is just now fun for Microsoft, as opposed to something they'd avoid at all costs, lest they get in trouble for it. And by brick, I mean, like, it's a soft brick. Yes, you could reinstall Windows 10 and it would be fine, but to the average schmo out there who didn't know shit about computers and wouldn't even think to check whether or not their processor was compatible with Windows 11, you're literally gonna cause somebody to go, okay, well, I'll just purchase that and update it, and then their computer wouldn't work anymore. Yeah. I never really thought that Microsoft had hit that point. Microsoft used to be about you, like, not not necessarily user usefulness, but like not intentionally trying to like harm people's computers in order to make a buck. Especially at the cost of like all computer stuff right now. Though I do love the reports coming out of the tech bro forums right now saying that OpenAI is about to run it out of money, and so are most companies that switched over to using AI shit instead of computer stuff. I do love that. Oh man, I miss Windows XP. I updated. Okay, so I updated to Windows XP kicking and screaming. Now, admittedly, at the time I was using Windows 2000 and it was not great. I actually missed Windows 98 a lot. So when switching to Windows XP was a little free fall for me, but okay. And then kicking and screaming, crying because Windows XP is the most easy to hack, exploitable, so hard to keep free of viruses. Bullshit. Finally, I couldn't get any of my hardware to work on Windows XP anymore, and the virus situation was just fucking awful. So, kicking and screaming to Windows 7, and Windows 7 was basically, like, obsolete that year. And I was like, please, for the love of all that is holy, I'm not updating again. So, fun fact, the very first time I played World of Warcraft was on a Pentium 2 running Windows 2000. Pentium 2 processor running Windows 2000. This was my experience in raids. I had to look at the ground, all my graphic settings to dead minimum. I had to look at the ground so that nothing would be rendered around me, and raid entirely by memory based on what was on the ground around me so that I knew where I was standing. That was raiding in vanilla for me. I looked at the ground the entire time. Raiding in PowerPoint, yes! My toaster, okay, so my toaster overheated so badly all of the time. It was so bad, and we didn't have AC, so I came up, because I'd heard about water cooling, okay? Now, this was a genius idea, okay? I still uphold it was a genius idea. My motherboard didn't agree, but it was a genius idea. It was so muggy in that apartment, and so hot, and there was no airflow. So what I did was I took trays of ice cubes and put them on top of my computer case. Now, they weren't touching any components, and it actually kept my computer really nice and cool. Like, I kept that fucker clean as hell, but I mean, it was doing things it wasn't supposed to at that point. And it kept it cool. But the screws in my motherboard rusted out. Yeah, when BC came out, I had to relent, on top of the fact that my motherboard was rusting, which was so infuriating. But yeah, I had an ice-cooled computer before people were even like really could afford water cooling. I was like, I don't understand this. But if heat rises, that means that cold air goes down, which means that the coolness of ice cubes should go through the metal. Those ice cubes would melt in about 20 minutes. It was big brain. It was. I made so many ice cubes. My cousin was deeply concerned. My other roommate was like, that's gonna destroy your computer. Like, it's not touching anything mechanical. He was correct. I will never admit it to him, but he was correct. So fucking funny. I did eventually upgrade. You know, the saddest thing in the world is the reason why I didn't upgrade to Windows 10 for so fucking long was because my license for Photoshop, I have a copy of Photoshop that is real, and it doesn't have a subscription. It is the last version of Photoshop released before they went to the subscription model. And because I purchased it and I have the license still, I'm legally allowed to use it without a subscription or the stupid Adobe suite. It's amazing. It's amazing. But the problem was that Adobe didn't like that. So in Windows 10, they put in basically a request for DRM, which for some fucking reason, Microsoft didn't have a problem with it. So for a long time, if you tried to use Adobe Photoshop, I can't remember what number it was, but it's the last one that has the no subscription. If you tried to use it on a Windows 10 system, it would basically force you to upgrade. So the only way I got around that was when Photoshop lost the rights to that copy of it, which somehow they did, and I don't know how. So I could actually I do have it installed on here, but I don't use it because, to be fair, you know the difference between that and this? This background right here. I can't change the background color to anything other than white. It is white. And it's so blinding because I draw in exclusively dark chalky tones until I start doing color work, that I literally am just sitting here with my eyeballs hurting going, I can't do this. I can't even use it anymore. I've gotten used to freaking using this program instead. But the fact that they scummily had whoever designed Windows 10 to force you to update your copy to one you didn't have a license for, to force you to use the Adobe suite, is out fucking outrageous. And I'm glad that somebody warned me about it. They were like, I lost access to my because it was a student deal at the college that I went to for animation. We had gotten, it wasn't an education version, but it was like an education deal sort of thing. And at the time, I was like, am I seriously gonna spend like part of my student loan on this? And then I was like, when am I ever gonna get an opportunity to buy a legal version of Photoshop that I can use for commercial purposes for like $300? When at the time, like it was usually like that fucking thing was renting like $1,000 at the time. I was getting it for $300, and I was like, to me, that strikes me as a textbook purchase of like, because some textbooks are super stupid expensive. So I'm gonna let myself do this, and I've never regretted that decision. Oh no, not the ads! No! Yeah, I know. Right now, I think I am using an NVIDIA card, and I am unhappy about the whole concept of... Because here's my thing about cloud gaming and cloud streaming and cloud. So back in, I think it was 2021, there was a massive... sorry, I'm like rubbing my eyes, so I have no idea what my avatar's doing. There was a massive cell outage. Basically, you know how countries usually try and force, like, try to make sure that monopolies don't happen, right? They try and make sure that monopolies don't happen because they're very, very bad for the economy and for people. Well, the thing is, in Canada we have this problem where if there's at least two companies that are supposedly competing with each other, the government won't step in. And so long as they can't prove that those two companies are, you know, shaking hands behind closed doors, everything should be fine, right? Because they'll always try to undercut each other, right? They won't both raise their prices continuously. So anyways, the other problem is that because they have to have a non-compete contract, they also have to make sure that their stuff is incompatible with each other. This led to a situation where Rogers, which is one of the two telecommunication companies here, the entire fucking network went down. That's every cell phone, everybody's internet, everybody, because it's a telecommunications, everybody's TVs, because that's where Rogers originally started. It was a TV company. Everything went down. So we still had Bell, which was the competing company. But the thing is, because the phones were forced to be incompatible with the two, with the other company, in order to prove that they weren't colluding with each other, you couldn't even call 911. You couldn't even call 911. They've since changed the rules, saying that if the local cell tower that your phone is riding off of goes down, it has to seek out whatever other cell tower is in the area for the purposes of being able to call 911. Holy shit! Domi, here's the deal. We told you if you were going to be disturbing and upsetting, that we'd have to ban you for our own sanity. And you knew that. So, because of that, yeah, you are. Well, I hope you have a good one. Try and find a therapist, because you can't just use people on the internet for your therapy. It's not nice to do that to people. We'll talk to you never, but yeah, definitely go find a therapist. Cheers. Nope. I understand the need for some folks to express themselves online in really desperate ways because they're in trouble, but I can't handle that. And I feel bad for saying that, but I know, especially considering I'm in therapy and I brought this up to my therapist, I'm not a therapist and I can't do that work. I just can't. Also, hi Marco! I can understand the instincts, especially when you want to reach out to someone, you can't afford a therapist, what have you, but I can't do that work. It's just not okay for me. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Phoenix. That makes me feel better.
You got me hypnotized by the way you look at me. Yeah, baby, don't you lie, girl, you know your body T. Yeah, you show me your pretty girlfriend, who is she? Yeah, I'm just trying to know if you wanna be with me, with me, with me, with me, with me, with me, with me. If you wanna be with me, with me, with me, with me, with me, with me.
Cheers.
If you wanna be with me, you got me hypnotized by the way you look at me. Baby, don't you like you know your body T. You show me your pretty girlfriend, who is she? Just wanna know if you wanna be with me, with me, with me, with me, with me, with me.
Yeah, I can adjust it after. I can adjust it after. This is a playlist of all, I don't want to say not copyrighted music, but it's like, well, I guess it is not copyrighted, but it's music that specifically is curated to be no copyright music, which is just such a heckin' mercy because you don't get banned for it. So long as you got your the data in the text. So long as it's like accredited as being part of No Copyright Sounds, which I do. And major shout out to No Copyright Sounds and all the artists who work with them. So someone came into a lobby and said they were watching a movie about kidnapping and they were freaked out. And I said, don't worry. Oh, oh my god. I bet you completely just like knocked them sideways the exact same way you did to me. I was like, that's so funny. I know! It took me a second to connect all of the dots. Which is funny, because I'm literally trying right now. The one who's right. Awake, the only one. So, you know what's really... You know that situation you get where occasionally, the internet, like... The algorithm, not even the internet, the algorithm of YouTube figures out that you like a thing and it decides that your feed needs to be 110% that one thing. And then you're like, no, okay, I do, but not this much. Oh my god, every fucking video, why? Anyways, yeah, that's my life right now with frickin' season 2 of Has Been Hotel. I watch one fucking interview with one of the voice actors, and all of a sudden my entire feed is nothing but fan shit. And as a note, I love like cosplay, I love beautiful fan art, I love comics, but I was really enjoying my Hollow Knight and Silk Song feed. And it's gone now, and I want it back! Your brain isn't Englishing right now! Such a mood! There's an excitement! Also, I absolutely adore that we've got... What do we got? We've got the, honey cruller, Dembit, and we've got a chocolate glazed Dembit in the chat right now. I love looking over and seeing my art of Timbits. It's so fucking funny, because I'm literally like, Timbits. Oh my god, that's true. I have to literally, if any of that shit sneaks onto my For You, I have to sit there and just like ban all of it. Like I just like none of this, none, no. They mentioned a word in there. I know I'm gonna get a feed full of it. No, until it all goes away. If only it was so easy to do that with the religious shit. Because I swear to God, I would watch 400,000 AI slop videos over watching one more about anything religious. I swear to fucking God. Yes, I understand the irony. As soon as I said it, I was like, whatever, it's fine. Also, speaking of slop videos, if you guys aren't following, Gossip Goblin, As a note, if you don't like things that are deeply uncanny valley, like intentionally using the creepiness of slop with like to make a statement, understandable. Definitely don't check them out if it like uncanny valley shit really fucks with your head. But if you can tolerate that, oh my god, beautiful short format, screwed up like dystopian future stories. Oh my god, such good shit coming out of that channel. I know, and what's funny is there's more than one person in here, and we all have different interests. Like, I love surgeries, I love anatomy, I love Holonet and Silksong, I love certain types of games and gameplay. I like deeply disturbing shit. All that stuff's super up my alley. And like, William loves knitting and crocheting. He loves historical documentaries. He loves watching like people who do skilled crafts work, like what is it called when you use like a lathe? Woodworking shit, stuff like that. So he watches all that shit. And then like we've got a couple of folks who do get close enough to front to watch stuff. Like Honey really likes stuff about like funny family stuff, which I don't like. So it gets a little jank, especially considering I'm pretty sure it has no clue what gender we are. Fair, because I mean neither do we. And it's so bad. And like we basically have to have like an internal set of rules. These are the rules. If it's somebody else's interest, you're not allowed to ban it. You're only allowed to ban it if we all fucking hate it. So I mean, fortunately. Or we can get rid of stuff that, like, nobody likes, and we also don't like, sort of thing. Nope! That would be smart, Phoenix, but no. Mostly because, like, I don't want to say we're really fluid when we're not, like, trying to be focused. But we do swap out sometimes. And it would be really inconvenient to be like, oh shoot, this isn't my account, oh crap. Because, like, sometimes you're really blurry and you don't even remember anyway, so it gets screwed up regardless. I'm not focused enough for that shit. We have had circumstances of that. There was a period in time where somebody struck all of my surgery videos. Now, admittedly, there were at least surgeries and things that I wasn't really interested in. Like, I like gastrointestinal, laparoscopic. Probably nobody wants to hear about the gross stuff, I just realized. But basically, it's more like playing a video game than it is like watching gore. But, they did ban a couple of the gory ones because they knew I didn't watch them anyway. And that just completely nuked my ability to find surgical videos anymore. I also like dermatology. Those are easier to find. Okay. Got some work done on that.